and they are available online as well sometimes. And we do announce that. So this one that you asked, Zadra Khan, yes, these are online and they're live. So if you go to the website, you'll be able to find other further information or anything else that you need to regarding other courses as well. وإياكم السلام عليكم وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله معي الناس سيدة مية وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله. So inshallah we shall begin in about a minute's time. Let a few more students come in, because we have announced that the class starts at 10:30. We don't want to start even a minute early. Rather be about a minute late, but not a minute early, so as we can accommodate the latecomers as well, inshallah. So yesterday we had a guest scholar who is all the way from America, far side of America rather, in California, and alhamdulillah his talk was very interesting, very full of knowledge and wisdom and everything. Of course, it's the Quran, why wouldn't it be? Okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Let's make a start, because we are planning to finish within 40 minutes. We don't want to go over the time, and it's just reciting the juz takes longer for some people. So going through it in short installments, trying to explain things, makes it not that easy. So anyway, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik ala Sayyidina Mawlana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa ummatihi ajma'in. فقال الله تبارك وتعالى في شأن حبيبه مخبرا وآمرا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأمته أجمعين. Thank you very much for joining us again, and also congratulations to everybody who has made it into the month of Ramadan. Of course, it is a huge thing being a part of Ramadan itself, because there's so many awliya, even the Sahaba, they used to make dua, oh Allah, Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. This is a dua from the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Oh Allah, let us reach Ramadan, let us reach Ramadan, because it is a month which was hardly known, there was no significance for it. All of a sudden it became the king of all the months, and that is by virtue of the Quran itself. So inshallah, journey through the Quran, we are now on Juz 13, because tonight is night number 13 of the month of Ramadan this year. So in Juz 13, this is what we will be discussing, as I generally do, a brief introduction, then some topics in Juz 13. Then after that, what else, what actually can we learn from Juz 13? After that, a breakdown of Juz 13. In other words, certain parts, certain blocks of ayat, what are the themes involving those particular ayat, those particular verses of this juz, and then some verses in Juz 13 discussed. So if we have time, we shall go into those ayat and we shall discuss them. And then we have finally the central theme, which is just on that one slide, and inshallah, and that will end tonight's lecture. Let's go into the next slide, where we start the introduction to Juz 13. It says Juz 8, it should be Juz 13, but it just say that at the top, so you know what it means. Juz 13 starts at Surah Yusuf. Surah Yusuf, which is Surah number 12, and it starts at verse number 53. In other words, ayah number 53, and it ends at Surah Al-Hijr, which is Surah number 15, verse number 1. So it goes through 4 surahs. Surah Yusuf, number 1. Surah Al-Ra'd, number 2. Well, actually, Surah Yusuf, Surah number 12. Surah Al-Ra'd, Surah number 13. Surah Ibrahim, which is Surah number 14. And Surah Al-Hijr, only one ayah, only one verse, because verse 2 goes into the next juz. So there's 4 surahs in this particular juz. So this, if you put all the ayat together, all the verses together, they total 155 ayat. There are 14 sajdas in the Quran, 14 places where we recite and we must do sajda, where we must prostrate. In this particular juz, sajda number 2 is mentioned, and that is at surah number 13, which is Surah Al-Ra'd, verse 15. And this juz has 19.1 rukus. In other words, 19 ruku plus 1 verse. The topics in this juz, they are, as you can see, one of three. It says here, juz topic in this juz, one of three. So there's only 3 slides here. Juz 13 begins with the remainder of Surah Yusuf, including his meeting with the king, his consequent exoneration and establishment in the land. So remember, in the previous juz, when Surah Yusuf started, it's you ended up somewhere where Sayyidina Yusuf ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wassalam is imprisoned. So the remainder of the story just continues here in this juz. And then it also mentions from a young boy in the well, Yusuf alayhi salam finds himself in a powerful position during a time of crisis in Egypt. It is at this time that Yusuf alayhi salam is reunited with his family many years after his brothers plotted to leave him in the well. So just think about this. Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam, where was he at one point? And he was just thrown into the darkest places there are. And that's a well, and a very deep well. And then just a few years later, he is the king of Egypt. He is the leader. He is the governor. He is making all the rules. And subhanallah, and that teaches us sabr. That teaches us faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We shall discuss this a little bit more later if you have time. Then we continue. Next slide is slide number 4. The story of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam is a great example of how patience and constancy in faith can overcome even the greatest of plots. There's so many plots, throughout the story of Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salam. That is why this story is known as Ahsanul Qasas, the best of stories. The best of stories. And we learn so much in the story of Sayyidina Yusuf ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam.